The Rob and Nick Show.
Jen insists that we buy organic vegetables, and I must admit that I was a little skeptical at first. A little pesticide can't hurt. Never having too much money, I get the cheap stuff at the supermarket, but they're all pumped up with shit. A friend told me that they stick nicotine in the apples. If you can't see me, I can't see you. If you can't see me, I can't see you.
Good evening, everybody. This is the Rob and Nick Show. Thursday night, 9:07 on this lovely evening. 609-910-0687 if you'd like to call in. I'm joined by my colleague Nick.
What's up?
And our producer Moose. He waves, okay. How's everybody doing today? I like this song. It's good, right?
Right?
It was on the Alt Nation today as I was driving in.
Have you ever seen BoJack Horseman?
The first episode, first season.
I think it's the first season. One of the finales, one of her songs plays at the end, like one of the montages.
Ah.
Yeah. I like Courtney Barnett.
Courtney Barnett. I like it.
She had one of the best albums in 2015.
Well, we got a storm brewing
We do.
that is apparently going to kill the East Coast.
Well, for us, I don't know. Like, I've seen the ranging of snowfall from like less than 1 inch to apocalypse. I don't know how much we're getting. I think the news behind us just said 1 to 3.
Well, the news is kind of doing like a whole. They're just like.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm. Wait. Everybody calm down.
It doesn't, every time you turn on the news, it's just the same thing. It's like, okay, well, you got to be ready for this one because it's a nor'easter coming.
Well, did you see DC last night?
Yes.
Like I think no snow fell. It was just a warning, and all of a sudden, like there was like a bazillion traffic jams, like 8 reported accidents, and all the grocery stores were like pillaged because like I guess they just don't get that much snow down there.
Those are my favorite. One of my favorite news stories is when like like Atlanta last year
Oh
when
my
they
God.
got like an inch of snow.
Those videos like of people abandoning their car in like sleet because they didn't think they could drive home was some of the funniest stuff. It looked like photos of like episodes of The Walking Dead. Like it was just like abandoned highways and like all the accidents, like people not knowing how to drive.
So
in the
many
snow.
accidents. It's insane. I mean, I'm so glad people up here somewhat know how to drive.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everybody always goes in a tizzy and a panic mode when there's snow or rain, but what are you gonna do?
Nah. I remember when I was 17, when I first had my license, I was going to the gym. I think it was like a Friday. We might have gotten off from school, and I was driving to the gym. First time ever driving in the snow. Mm-hmm. I make a left turn, and like I make it at like normal speed, and like the the roads weren't plowed yet. My Jeep went right into the curb because like I just like hydroplaned. I was like, okay, this is not how we drive in the snow. Got it, learned it. Thank God there was no car parked there. One time I was with Doriso. It was either last year or 2 years ago. I don't remember. We were driving. I was picking him up, and this one car like it just goes. We were in Union City, and like this car just goes in the middle of the intersection, and. It was like I had to make like a sudden brake, and you know when you make the brake in the snow like quick like that.
And it's just no.
I was hydroplaning, and like I drifted to the right, and like this is Hudson County, so like cars are parked everywhere. I somehow happened to like just miss every car and just like hit like a bank of snow, and like I flipped the guy off and then just keep going. I was like, why? He pulls out, and instead of like going, he just stops in the middle. Like, me and Doriso both thought we were gonna die.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's kind of, that gets the heart going. That pumps you up a little bit.
It did. And I think then we crushed like a whole case of Miller afterwards. We went somewhere and just It was 2012 because I remember it was the Winter Olympics were still going on. That's what we were going to go watch. We were like prepping for it was the night before the USA Russia game.
Oh, okay, that was a good game.
TJ Oshie.
That was awesome.
That was a great game.
And Ilya Kovalchuk in that epic duel.
I know. I thought Kovalchuk, I thought he iced it, because remember when
Yeah, that's right.
slipped it right past Quick, but thank God for the international rules, like the net was dislodged like a little bit, so play had to stop, so the goal was disallowed.
Yeah,
And then TJ Oshie became an American hero.
exactly. I loved it. It was great.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Well, so this Oscars boycott's really starting to pick up a
And
lot.
boiled over since the last time we spoke about it.
Right? It's now got Aunt Viv chiming in. You got the Whoopies chiming in.
Aunt Viv of seasons 1 through I think 4 or 3.
Yeah.
Before they changed Aunt Viv to light skin Aunt Viv. I think that's what she was complaining about in the video too. I didn't see the video yet.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, well,
We got it.
Let's hear what we got.
Blacktress Janet Hubert coming to you.
I like how she refers to
Yeah.
herself as Blacktress.
Yeah, I mean, if the fact that she doesn't refer to herself as anything other than Aunt Viv is criminal. Because I don't know her from anything other than being Aunt Viv.
But that's because she got ostracized from.
She got the boot. I don't
Yeah.
remember why. I don't remember if it was because she was pregnant or something, but Will Smith I don't think they got along and he just kicked her out.
Because he wanted her to step up and say that she wanted more money. I don't know. She
In a
explains
post,
it here.
but sort of in a post. And I gotta say, I've been trying to figure out, do I really want to do this? And yeah, I do.
Yeah, because
Today
she's
being,
not known.
the celebration of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday and hitting 60 years old, I'm at that point where I'm like, I don't give a kitty.
I don't give
I
a
want to
kitty.
say something.
I don't give a kitty? Is that what she said?
Yeah. Which, I mean.
Aunt Viv is off the reservation.
Yeah.
We got to preface this video with that.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's Jeanette Hubert. I didn't even know she existed.
I don't know what she's been in since Fresh Prince.
We could look that up.
That's what the internet's for.
We could definitely look that up. But here, let's see.
Something about Jada Pinkett Smith asking other actors, black actors and actresses, to boycott the Oscars. First of all, Miss Thing.
Miss Thing.
Does your man not have a mouth of his own with which to speak? And
Let him know, Aunt Viv.
I mean, she's got a point there.
Let him know,
You
Aunt
know,
Viv.
what has Jada Pinkett Smith done?
A lot.
Has she?
Yeah.
Oh, she was in Pursuit of Happiness, right? She was the mom.
She was, his whole family was in that. She was the voice of the hippo in, what's that movie with the animals? Chris Rock and
Madagascar.
Madagascar, yeah, she was the hippo.
But I kind of think...
She was in Set It Off,
Oh.
as Drake so eloquently told us. Set It Off, Jada Pinkett.
Oh.
She was in a band. She was like she's like a rock band. She banged Tupac for a little bit.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Well, was Concussion actually that good
No.
to get into?
No.
Okay. Right there. So
Well, first of all, I mean, I don't think that's what Jada Pinkett Smith is telling them to boycott for, because Will didn't get an actor nom.
but that's the only reason why she's speaking out right now.
Yeah, he was so bad in that, whatchamacallit, like he can't do accents.
No.
Like that video when he's just like, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? He can't do accent. What was the other? He tried to do an accent in something else too, and it was just really bad. Ali's
Ali,
accent,
right? Yeah.
Ali's accent was really bad, and then he had that other one too, where they were from that distant planet. It was him and his son.
After Earth?
Yeah, he had like that weird. It's
I
the
didn't
same
see
accent.
that because
M Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
yeah, and it's just like, all right.
I saw it just because recently I found that like all the M Night Shyamalan movies I've watched just because I was in my room while the TV was on, and then I pick it up from the start, and I was like, well, damn, now I gotta finish it. Like that one, and then,
How does the twist end?
exactly? I'm just like, well, I need to find out the twist now. It was that, and then what was the other one with the elevator?
The Elevator.
Devil.
Devil. Yeah, I caught
didn't
that
see
one.
that one.
I caught that one from the start. That was booty cheeks, dude.
Was it?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Not good at all.
No, like M Night Shyamalan hasn't had anything good. The only one that I haven't seen of his, literally the only one that I haven't seen of his, I've seen every movie of his, has been that stupid Avatar, Windbender,
Wind Waker.
something.
Yeah.
It's like that Nickelodeon show.
I liked The Village.
The Village, I think, was like the beginning of the end for him, though.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
It was a cool concept.
It was a very cool concept, but the fact that she was blind
Yeah, that was dumb.
I mean, if you haven't seen it by now,
Yeah.
you know.
Turns out, like, this whole time you're thinking you're in, like, the 1600s, and then, like, at the end, she, like, gets to the freeway, and, like, someone picks her up in a Ford Explorer. 'Cause-
She's like, I need medicine.
Yeah.
Well, what kind do you need? I mean, we got everything.
yeah, dude, that movie was so... But, like, that was a cool concept, but, like, you gotta understand that one followed up, like, Sixth Sense and
Yeah.
Signs and Unbreakable. Like, everyone's like, this guy can't do any wrong. And he hasn't gone, like, because then he had, what was that Mark Wahlberg one, The Happening?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
sucked.
that was awful.
His acting was so bad in that. The guy goes into, like, the lion's den and gets, like, mauled by the lion.
All right.
That movie was awful.
Well, back to Jenna Hubert.
Yeah,
thing
sorry.
is, girlfriend, there's a lot of shit going on in the world that you all don't seem to recognize. People are dying. Our boys are being shot left and right. People are hungry. People are starving. People are trying to pay bills. And you talk about some motherfucking actors in Oscars. And it just ain't that deep. And here's the other thing. For you to ask other actors and other blackstresses and black actors to
Blacksters.
jeopardize
I've never heard that term before.
Neither have I.
I'm going to start using it now.
But
I'm a blackter.
did she go with the black on black crime? That's usually like Twitter eggs, like ultimate defense, like when someone's talking about like inequality between like people of color and the way that they're being represented. They're like, yeah, well, what about black on black crime? she just said that. That's weird. Go on, and Viv.
their career, and they're standing in a town that you know damn well you don't do that. And here's the other thing.
She means Hollywood. Yeah. Like, in a town, you don't do that. You don't call out the Oscars, the people who are hiring you to do these movies. I mean, yeah.
Don't care. They don't care. And I find it ironic that somebody who has made their living and made millions and millions of dollars from the very people that you're talking about boycotting, just because you didn't get a nomination, just because you didn't win. That is not the way life works, baby. Okay?
Again, I don't think she understands what Will Smith and Jada Pinkett were. I don't think that they thought Will
And
should have...
Spike Lee.
Well, Spike is Spike. Spike hasn't made anything worth watching in a while. But I don't think that Will Smith is boycotting because he didn't get nominated. I think it's just because there's literally nobody of color is nominated.
Yeah.
Other than Inarritu.
I didn't see the Straight Outta Compton, but I heard it was really good.
It was really good. What sucks is that's what everybody's trying to say should have got nominated. It got a screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it shouldn't have gotten any acting noms. I didn't think it was that good. But if we're talking about movies with black actors that should have got nominated, Beasts of No Nation should have gotten nominated. Idris Elba was unbelievable in that.
I heard the little kid in it.
The little
was-
kid, like everybody is just like talking about how Leonardo DiCaprio really ate like raw meat and really slept in a dead horse in The Revenant.
Right.
This dude got malaria while filming and still like finished it off.
Idris Elba?
No, the
little boy?
the little boy in it.
Jeez.
Yeah. But like Hollywood's not going to pay it any mind because it would have hurt their industry because it didn't like technically go to theaters.
Right. Well, I mean,
Ryan Coogler didn't get anything for Balboa, or not Balboa, Rocky or Creed.
I didn't think that was
You don't think that the direction should have gotten nominated at all?
the whole movie.
No, not the whole movie, not Best Picture or anything,
But
but
just-
directing.
Oh,
Which has happened before.
yeah, that's true.
Because those fight scenes, like that first fight, that
was really
one take
good.
tracking shot, that's some cool stuff, especially considering. Is this mommy again?
no, it's my little sister.
We're recording.
I don't get it.
God.
It was, yeah. I mean, the way that it was shot and everything was cool, but
Yeah.
just I don't think it should have gone anything more than that. though. I
No,
don't
but
think
it didn't
the
get
story-
anything. That's the thing. And then the only thing that it got nominated for was Sly, like playing the same character he's been playing for 40 years. And then I think like another issue that they take with that is it seems like the only time that like black people are getting nominated are for roles when they're playing like criminals or slaves.
Yeah,
Because the last black woman to win an Oscar was Lupita Nyong'o for 12 Years a Slave, and I don't know if you've seen that movie. That was rough business watching that.
that was 2000 last year.
12.
12?
Yeah, no, because last year the supporting actress was Patricia Arquette.
Okay.
Because remember Meryl Streep stood up and clapped when she said that women need like equal pay or whatever.
That's right. Yeah.
Because last year it was.
Isn't there a new Meryl Streep movie coming out that's all about women's rights or something like that?
Is there?
Yeah, 609-910-0687 if you'd like to call in. Talk about the Oscars, you know?
Just a little yab about the Oscars.
Well, yeah, about the Oscars. Yeah, so Janet Hubert's just kind of...
Aunt Viv has left the reservation.
She really has. The Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, he's one of
Got
the prominent.
involved.
Yeah, he's talking about boycotting it too because he's not about.
But-
there's no representation or something.
But he said that now, this is off of USA Today, that since he's nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Spotlight,
yeah,
the movie about, you know, the boys and the priests and
molestation,
everything, he's there for them. He's there in support for them instead of,
Yeah.
you know.
no, he wants to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
He wants to accept that award.
That's 2 years in a row though. Marky Ruff has been nominated for an Oscar.
Which is surprising. I don't think he's that good of an actor.
Oh, he was good in those rom-coms, my friend.
What, Just Like Heaven?
Just like Heaven is probably my favorite Mark Ruffalo
Oh,
movie. Are you
jeez,
kidding me?
get
That
outta
is
here.
that is classic Reese Witherspoon, dude.
It's so bad. He's
I
just
love
like
it.
so...
I love them. And then it's like they have The Cure. The Cure is like the soundtrack to it. Oh my god. He was just like he was like that alcoholic just subletting that apartment.
Yeah.
And Reese Witherspoon
just appears out of nowhere.
Just looking Reese-like.
Yeah. Come on, get out of here. That movie stunk. Oh, and then he grows a garden at the end of it, and she's like, oh, look. and
Touches
they kiss,
her.
and then it's just...
She remembers everything
Yeah,
while
get
she's
outta
in the
here.
coma.
Get...
Obviously, someone is not a rom-com fan because I'm all about them. Just Like Heaven is awesome. But a little darker turn in his later career endeavors.
Yeah, seriously.
He's either playing Bruce Banner or he's playing somebody getting nominated for an Oscar.
Okay, well, here he is talking on Spotlight. Is that the movie coming out? Spotlight?
Out? Yeah, that he's nominated for.
Spotlight with the USA Today. Hold on, let's see if I can get it here. Talking about the Oscars.
I've got to ask you about the controversy that is surrounding the Oscars.
Controversy.
The controversy.
The controversy in the glaciers during the crevasses.
Yes.
Herbs.
regarding the lack of African American nominees. What's your take on that?
I'm very sympathetic to it. This is a discussion we're having in America right now. And
Do you boycott the Oscars?
I'm in a quandary about it, and I'll tell you why.
Because I'm nominated for one of them.
Because here's the thing. There's a chance I'm probably going to win this if it's not Tom Hardy.
Because this movie represents another kind of victimized people. And I'm sort of carrying, not just for investigative journalism, but we're carrying the torch for those people as well.
So if you were up for an Oscar for, I don't know, the Fantastic Four or something else, you would then...
Then it'd be...
He wasn't even in the Fantastic Four.
He is part of the Marvel Universe, though.
Yeah, but, Fantastic Four is owned by Fox. This guy doesn't know anything.
a lot. It would be.
It's a controversy.
boycott the
I would
Oscars.
seriously
Trump, I don't know
consider
how you
it.
said it.
I would seriously consider it. I would also ask the people who are boycotting the Academy Awards to really step out with the Black Lives Matter movement. I mean, to go beyond their little world and step into where real lives are being threatened and lost.
See, I don't know. Okay, well,
I don't know. I think he's kind of towing the line. He's like just being kind of like very middle of the ground. Either go in or go out, dude.
black people aren't dying because they're not nominated for Oscars.
Well, no, I mean he's talking about just like unequal representation. That's what he's like. Again,
Right.
like you're looking at it very black and white. he's not comparing this to like the tragedies that are happening. He's
I
just
know,
saying
but it's like, come on.
all encompassing. That's just there's a lot going on.
Here, let's see.
I've got to ask you about the controversy that is surrounding...
Controversy.
Controversy.
Well, then we got the Whoopi Goldberg.
Oscar winner.
Whoopi Goldberg.
She was like one of the few black Oscar winners that didn't win for being a criminal or a slave.
Was that Sister Act 2?
No, Ghost. she won with Ghost. She was awesome in Ghost.
She was good.
Yeah.
But Patrick Swayze stole the show.
That pottery scene, dude.
It was amazing.
Unchained Melody.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
It's nothing better.
There's a call for an Oscar boycott. They're getting louder and louder over the lack of diversity among the nominees. But here's my question. Why is this a
Why does she have the Predator hair?
That's just her hairstyle.
She's had the Predator hair for a while.
Well, it's not Predator hair. That's just those are her dreads.
conversation that we only have once a year? Because every year we get all fired up, and then the rest of the year nobody says anything. These movies have been coming out. We've been going to see them. I'm sure people notice when there's lack of diversity in the movie. So
do you watch The View?
No, I'm at work. Though I would love to.
Well, I don't know who the woman is sitting to the
Christmas,
left.
you only talk about it once a year because there it is.
Spanish?
It's the same thing.
That's Joy Behar.
I know that's Joy Behar.
And so here it is again.
I think you're just making me show my hand right here. Joy Behar, Rosie Perez,
Right
Whoopi
here.
Goldberg. The Spanish chick?
Not the one in purple. The one in black.
Hold on. Let me go over there and see.
I know Cadence Greenberg is in it from Full House, a.k.a. Fuller House now on Netflix, coming out soon. This one. Who's that one?
I have no idea. No idea who that is. I haven't seen The View in a while. There's Rosie Perez, though, looking all rosy.
On the right?
The purple.
The purple? All right, well, let's play this.
It's a lightning rod, I think, that just reminds people of how white people are awarded.
And I think, we always think it's going to get better. Because last year there was that hashtag Oscars so white, and we had this conversation last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and I really thought it was going to get better this year. And I'm actually surprised it isn't better because when you look at the stats, 46% of the 1.2 billion in movie tickets sold in the U.S. in 2014 were purchased by African Americans.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's just a stat that...
Well, no, that's a relative stat because when you go to the Pitchfork torch-wielding Facebook news feeds, I saw someone the other day, they're like, we live in a capitalistic society. Who are you going to pander to? Your buyers or just a minority? And I was just like, well, these stats say otherwise, that the people that are actually buying and watching the movies the most are people of color.
Yeah, well, I get that, but it's like, that's not what the problem is here. It's who should be nominated for an Oscar.
Well, that's again, it's all encompassing.
I know, but you gotta look at it just plain black and white, and that's how the world should be. Nice black and white.
There's gray in the world,
gray
my friend.
in the world.
Not everything's black or white. So basically, it's like you're basically saying, say you were a boss, right? And majority of the people that are doing your work are black people. And then they finish the product, and you're going to award every white person that you know. And you're like, no, sorry, guys.
That's not it at all.
No, but that is it.
But
how is that not it?
Because it's not the white person's fault that they're getting the recognition.
Okay, well then that goes to the Academy, which is comprised of 93% white people, and of that 93%, 82%, I believe, are white males.
But so then they should be watching different movies. It's
not that it's watch different movies. It's
movies that need more ethnicity in it.
And that goes back to what I was saying. It's like it's the limited roles for people of color. That's the issue that they have with Hollywood is if you want. There's a lot of roles out there that are given to white people that can be easily given to people of color, but they don't want to do it because they think that they're trying to pander to a certain audience, of which is not the majority that is watching their movies.
I get that,
and that's where the issue
Tyler
stems
Perry sucks at making movies, not because he's black, but because his movies just suck.
He's a good producer, and he was pretty good in Gone Girl too.
Yeah, but at the end of that movie, sorry, man, I don't know, women's crazy, so I can't do anything.
Well, I mean, but that was the book. That was the book.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was a book. You know that, right?
Yes, I know that. But
I mean, there's not much you can do after that. But that's what it's stemming from. Is there's an issue of inclusion in Hollywood because it's so whitewashed. Like there's for every 50 roles that can be given to the white meathead with the same douchebag haircut, one black person is being considered for the role. Like, I think Michael B. Jordan is going to be big in the next coming years.
Absolutely. I mean, but he already is kind of big. He was in Fantastic Four, right?
He was in Creed. He was in Fruitvale Station
and
before that.
He's a damn good actor.
He's a good actor, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. For every one Michael B. Jordan, there's like 50 Jason Gordon-Levitt or whatever. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. I get it.
I mean that's where it's coming from. It's just inclusion, and like everybody's saying like, well, these are awards based on merit. It's hard to really be considered for an award for merit when there's no representation, of which people do not have the opportunity to put their movies forward because it's tough. Like the movies that are being considered are very white.
Well, Bridge of Spies should not be considered.
No.
I had the opportunity of seeing Brooklyn this weekend with the lovely girlfriend.
The old GF?
Yes. Let me say it was awful.
That's what I've heard. I don't know why it's nominated for Best Picture.
Because it's just like, I don't know. It wasn't good. It really wasn't good at all. The story, I get it. It's rough coming over in the 1920s to New York City by yourself and everything like that as a woman. And, doing this, but it's like, okay, I get it. All right. Well, and then you got the mom who wants to keep her in Ireland, and it was just like, oh well, what's she gonna do? Oh, she goes back. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's the end of the movie. She should have stayed the whole time.
But and then going back to the totality of the Oscars, like I think 14 black people have won an Oscar. I think 8 Hispanic people have won an Oscar. 0 Asian, or 2 Asians, 0 West Indie or something like that. It's like, and it's in total. Like the fact that this is going to be the 200th Oscars or something like that. The fact that it's been around for this long, and only literally a small percentage of the winners are people of color is what's despairingly significant.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with you. It's just like, all right, well, there are, I don't know. It's just,
it's tough when the facts are put forward the way that they're putting it forward. Because if you actually look into it and read it, there is a discrepancy in the inclusion of people of color.
But like back to The View, she goes on to say that like Ride Along 2 made this much money. It knocked off Star Wars in the #1 box office. But that's not quality. That's not.
Yeah, no. That's not quality. No, but that goes to prove that a movie with a cast of primarily people of color can compete in the box office.
Oh yeah, but I don't think it should be about. It should just be, hey, this is the best person. And I mean, yeah, should Beasts of No Nation and Straight Outta Compton been, considered a lot, or nominated? Yes, possibly. Yeah, should Bridge of Spies been taken out? Yeah, but that's not.
But I think that's the issue that's at hand. It's like there's a pretty white scope because of the lack of diversity in the Academy. There's like you need to include a diverse Academy so that everything's looked at in a different lens.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, well, 609-910-0687 if you'd like to be the first caller tonight. So, anywho, kind of change topics a little bit.
Shifting gears.
Football, the playoffs, NFC, AFC championship games are this weekend.
Hopefully they're better than the games we've been getting all week or all playoffs.
Yeah, those were...
They're brutal, except for the Arizona-Green Bay game. They've all been brutal.
It's been rough.
I think the Pats are going to run away.
You think so?
Dude, did you see Peyton throwing?
Yeah, it looks awful.
It looks bad. There was one time he tried to hit his check down, and he was just like a dead duck. And Jim Nantz is like, I think that was tipped at the line. And they look at the video, and he's like, no, that just came out of his hand awkwardly. And I'm like, yeah, because he can't feel his fingers.
Well, according to John Elway, Peyton is staying in the moment.
Oh, God. It would be amazing if he wins the Super Bowl and...
it's just the defense. He throws 4 interceptions a game.
Well,